it is going to be a beautiful weekend here in San Bernardino for the Rendezvous celebration. Over 1,700 classic cars, hot rods, you name it, they're going to have it out here. And it's a big event happening all weekend long. We're going to be out here and previewing what you can expect to see for the entire weekend. But first of all, let's have a look at what is happening in the weather forecast. Another beautiful day here in Southern California with picture-perfect temperatures. It's not going to be too hot here in San. All right, good morning, everybody. Beautiful day here and a beautiful morning in San Bernardino, and we are going to be featuring Rendezvous and some amazing cars along Route 66. And here are some of the neon cars. Before the sun comes up, we're going to check them out. I do believe this was last year's winner. We got this year's winner. We got some other ones we're going to show you. Like I said, that'll all happen before 6 o'clock, as long as it's dark out here, so we can really see that neon. Great day in store for Southern California. More warm weather, but temperatures are just a couple of minutes. And we are live in San Bernardino. It is Rendezvous, over 1,700 classic cars. Michaela, Jessica, Frank joining me a little bit later on this morning, and we're just going to have a party out here with the good folks from Stater Brothers.
Bernardino, actually, half the gang is out there. You got Michaela out there, you got Frank out there, you got Jess out there. You guys are having a great time.
We're just missing you out here, Megan. That's about it. But we're going to have a whole lot of fun out here this morning, and we're going to show you all kinds of cool cars. And coming up in just a second, right after I finish this weather forecast, we're going to show you some great neon cars. We've got last year's winner coming up in just a second. Another beautiful day in store for Southern California. The temperatures, well, you could expect they were the last year winner of the neon contest. And who else is that over there? That's your daughter over there?
That's my daughter, Christina, and my granddaughter, Maya.
Okay, tell us about this. It's a Buick Wildcat. What a beautiful, beautiful car. Tell me what you did as far as lighting this thing up.
Well, we had this car for 9 years, and we've been entering, since 2002, we've been entering the Route 66. And we started doing the neon 2 years ago. Last year, we won the trophy, and been working on the car ever since. And, you know, do as it comes. I like here and I like there, and we going as it.
Looks beautiful, looks beautiful. Now, when you got this car, how long have you owned it, and was it in this good of a condition?
We got it since 2001, and it was pretty much straight. We just changed the color and add out the interior and the lights, and we've been driving it ever since. And every year we're here at Route 66.
All right, well, congratulations for last year's win. I mean, that is a beautiful looking car. It's got the blue neon all over underneath the wheels, in the back lights, front lights, and in the interior. You gotta love that. More cars, more neon, more fun all morning long in San Bernardino. Back to you. Oh no, let's go to Ginger Chan in the traffic center.
This portion of.
So we're wondering about the weekend weather-wise. Let's get a check of your weather with Mark Kriske. He is live this morning in San Bernardino, where actually the entire crew is out there. Michaela, Frank, Jessica. We're going to be checking in with them coming up shortly as well. You guys having a good time?
Oh, we're having a good time already. Are we having a good time, I ask you? Yeah. All right. That's the whole town of San Bernardino. They're all up, they're all here. No, come on down. It's the Stater Brothers Route 66 Rendezvous. Over 1,700 cars out here, and we're going to show you each and every one of them. I promise you, all 1,700 of them. All right, let's have a look at the weather forecast. Another beautiful weekend in store.
Ski and the gang, they're all morning long. What's up?
Oh, what a fun morning it's going to be all morning long. Michaela, Frank joining me, and Jessica a little bit later on. Once again, Rendezvous on Route 66, brought to you by Stater Brothers. 1,700 different vehicles out here. And right now, before the sun comes up, we've been featuring some of these very cool neon cars. We'll tell you about those in a second. First of all, let's check out what's happening in the weather forecast. Another great weekend in store for Southern California with warm temperatures, but things are starting to cool down just a touch. Temperature also in the San Fernando Valley. Joining me right now, two amazing-looking cars and two great people who own both of them, Danny and Adrian Morales with their 1957 Chevy and also the 1967 Firebird, and they decked them out in neon. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning. Doing really well.
All right. Tell me what you did first of all to the Chevy.
I had to put a drivetrain in it, engine, transmission, interior.
And what about the lights, though? What was your theme on this?
I've got 13 neon lights, as well as some wheel LEDs, and so it's been pretty good for me.
All right, and now when we take a look at the Firebird, let's go down and have a look at the Firebird. That's right behind us here, and we're going to get the shot on that. Tell us about the Firebird and basically what kind of light pattern you put on that.
Those are LED lights. The wife wanted to go with her car group. and so I had to get that one, restore it for her.
Excellent. You did a great job. It must be fun driving those. And come on right over here. We got one of the judges. Now, when you're looking at these cars, and your name, sir, is?
Rich Blanco.
Rich Blanco, come on right over here. Get your face right in front of the camera. Rich, tell us, how do you judge these cars? What are you looking for?
Well, you know, last night was a tough one. There was some beautiful, beautiful cars here, and the secret is best use of the lights, where you put them, and last night was fantastic, and they all did a real nice job on it.
Okay, and the crowd gets to also cheer for the cars they like, and that's taken into account?
Absolutely. Right at the end, the cars go by, and the crowd just starts to cheer them on, and whoever gets the loudest cheer, that's the crowd pleaser.
Okay, great. Coming up in the next shot, the next hit, we've got one of the winners, one or two winners, I do believe two winners from last night. The contest did happen last night, and we'll be showing you those two winners while it's still dark out here before the sun comes up. Lots of fun, Megan. Back to you.
Traffic.
So, hanging out there, what's going on?
Hanging out here with some cool cars, and we're still looking at the neons. We got the two best right now, which we're going to show you in a couple of seconds. But first of all, let's do a quick run through with the weather forecast and another beautiful, beautiful day here in San Bernardino. Clear skies already. Bernardino, come on down. We're going to be here all morning long. Joining me right now are Joe and Marie. How do I pronounce your last name?
Alimo.
Alimo. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Oh, good, thank you.
This is just a whole lot of fun, this whole rendezvous, and you guys won Best of Lights. Tell us about the truck and what you did with it as far as the lights go.
Well, it's a 38 sedan delivery. I'm an old panel truck guy from the 70s. The green was inspired by my green-eyed lady.
Excellent.
And so I basically did an under chassis and some wheel well lighting, and I kept it to a minimal. I just didn't want to go too much.
From the time you got the truck to completion now, how long has it been?
Well, it's kind of a project that you always do work on, but probably 2.5, 3 years.
You kind of lost them during that period, didn't you?
I did. I had to become a car wife.
All right, thank you very much. Great job. And when we move right down here, this one is the crowd pleaser. And Richard, what's your last name?
Licon.
Okay, it kind of looks like it's on fire and we're on trouble, but no, that's supposed to happen, right?
Yes.
Tell us, what kind of truck is this?
It's a 53-4 pickup, you know.
And you got quite a sound system in the back there, too. How many watts?
It's 3,000 watts, but it's not working, you know.
It's not working right now. You had some electronic problems, but look at all the neon lights. Yeah, when something goes down on a project like this, it goes down big time. These are very cool cars. So this one was the crowd pleaser. The other one was the winner of the neon contest. The weekend continues all weekend long, of course. Rendezvous, Route 66 with Stater Brothers. Michaela is going to be joining me with Frank Buckley and Jessica in just a couple of moments, and we're going to be here all morning long in San Bernardino. Come on down and join us. We got some food, fun, and a lot of cars, over 1,700 of them. Ginger Chan in the traffic center.
Actually, Megan Henderson.
Classic car Route 66 rendezvous happening in San Bernardino, and it continues all weekend long. I'm Mark Kriske. Let's have a quick check of the weather forecast for today. Beautiful weekend here in San Bernardino and all. Okay, thank you very much, Ginger. And we are here at the Rendezvous Route 66, brought to you by Stater Brothers. It is the classic car show, over 1,700 vehicles. We're going to show you two of them in just a second. But first of all, let's check out what is happening in the weather forecast on this, heading into one of the final weekends of summer, and a beautiful one. It will be at that. It's going to be hot out here in the Inland Empire in the weekend and the beginning of next week, and that is going to be for Los Angeles and the Inland Empire. Joining me right now, classic car guests George and Carol Nix, and they are owners of this beautiful 1934 Chevy Coupe. Good morning.
Hello there.
How are you guys doing this morning?
Great.
Okay, now if you could zoom in, move your hair there just a second. If you could zoom in, every year they put out a Route 66 Rendezvous t-shirt, and your coupe made it onto the t-shirt this year. How did you get that honor?
They take pictures of the cars from last year's show, and then the organizers go through the pictures and pick out the cars they want to have on the shirts and the posters.
Now, you said you bought this car for him as a gift?
I bought it for his birthday in 2007. He needed a project.
And what a project that was.
Yeah, well, we had it for 5 months, and then we completely rebuilt the engine and tore it apart and gutted the interior and just played with it, take it apart, put it back together.
All right, absolutely. You've done a wonderful job. It's a beautiful looking car. Thank you, Carol and George. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Now, joining me over here, come on right over here. This is a beautiful, beautiful looking Mustang. Hi, and you are Chris, right?
This is Chris. I'm Crystal.
Oh, go, Chris and Crystal. Good morning. How you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Tell us what year. Tell me about the Mustang.
It's a 1966 Mustang.
And what have you done to this outside of course, the custom paint job? What else have you done to it?
We took it all the way down into the very ground and brought it back up again.
Okay, and we're going to have a look at inside. It looks pretty well, stock condition. You haven't done too many changes to it, have you?
No.
No.
Just cleaned it.
Just cleaned it up. Okay, so it's all part of the car show. Once again, it is Route 66 Rendezvous, brought to you by Stater Brothers. Joining me a little bit later on are going to be Michaela and Frank and, of course, Jessica. And we're going to be featuring some of these great cars and having a whole lot of fun. And Frank, I do believe, is going to be doing some drag racing. That's right, drag racing a little bit later on. I don't know how that's going to work. Let's go back now to...
Megan and
Back
Emmett.
to the studio.
Yes,
They need big
yes.
signs
A
out
lot of
there.
names to remember this
That
morning.
was a wish list. Beautiful cars, which are behind him.
Megan, what's your favorite, if you had a car of
Yeah.
any choice, any year, what kind of car are you into?
The green one behind you. That one's cool. I like that one. Is that the one with the neon?
Oh, the green one behind me.
Yeah, with the neon, with the smoke.
Well, that
and
one
the...
doesn't have neon.
Oh. Well, I liked the one earlier with the smoke
you
and
like
the.
that
I want a disco ball in there and the whole. I kind of like that.
Exactly. Deck it out. If you can bedazzle it, you'll drive
you know,
it, right?
you know, I'd be all
That's
over
about
that.
the only. Exactly. That's the only thing I haven't seen is a car bedazzled out here. Hey, let's have a look at the weather forecast. Then we're going to talk about two more beautiful vehicles out here. I know Gail, if she's the owners. First of all, the owner of this 1955 Oldsmobile, Tom, and your lovely. What is you, Pam?
Pam.
Good morning. Thank you very much for coming out. This is now when we're talking classic, this has got to be classic. Tell me a little bit about the car and how long have you had it?
Well, we've had it about 6 years, Mark. It's basically an original car. It was repainted in 1990 and a new headliner, and that was it. It's been fun to drive. When I was a teenager in high school, this was the car to have. It's been many a year, and as I say, I've had it 6 years, and it's a joy to drive, and I wish they made them like this today.
Absolutely. Now, can you imagine, I don't know how much this car would have cost when you were a teenager, but can you imagine, had you known then, hold on to it? But we get rid of cars, and then all of a sudden, years later, we got to pay so much to restore them and rebuild them.
Still a sticker on the side of it, $3,300 out the door.
Wow, that's great. Thank you very much. Have a great time, and have a great weekend. Okay, come on over here. Tina and Kenny Wood, and they are the owners of this 1969 Chevelle, right?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How you guys doing this morning?
Great, fantastic this morning.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the car.
This car was found in a farm field in Branson, Missouri. It totally took it down to the ground. Put a motor in it, 383 stroker by Russ Miller of Over the Hill Gang. Built a sweet motor, 400 trans, 12-bolt rear end. Beautiful custom paint. We call it Sexy Watermelon. She's not a trailer queen. She's a runner. We take her out and hammer her.
I got to tell you, and I just can't wait until the sun comes up because this really, I mean, like you said, it's Sexy Watermelon, but the paint job just looks so rich and deep. How many coats of clear? And I mean, what does it take to achieve this kind of look?
A lot of sanding, a lot of elbow grease, about 6 and 6, 6 color, 6 clear, but a lot of time, a lot of labor.
All right, thank you very much. You guys get looks when you drive this thing around?
Oh, yeah, you know we do. We drive it through the streets, and everybody's turning their heads looking at it, and it makes us feel great.
Absolutely.
We're so proud.
Thank you very much for coming out here. Beautiful car. And Emmett, how about you? What would be your choice of it? Well, we know Emmett, he drives, all those Bugattis and Maseratis and that kind of
cars.
He owns his dream car.
No. The red Camaro that you were showing, that looked like a 67 or something. Was it a 67? That red Camaro, man.
Woo! Yeah, actually, I thought it was a Firebird. I think, I'm not sure. But yeah,
well, the Firebirds and the Camaros were almost identical. So, yeah, red Firebird then.
I'm going to go with that.
Ago,
you sound like me.
Absolutely. Okay.
Bye, Mark. We'll check in with you coming up shortly.
It is all about cars. Stater Brothers Rendezvous, Route 66, classic car show happening in San Bernardino. Good morning. I'm Mark Kriske. We're going to be here all morning long, and what a beautiful weekend in store for this classic car show. Here in San Bernardino, we're looking at temperatures reaching about 89 degrees around Southern California. A little bit of fog starting out in the morning hours. Hey, Michaela, Frank are here, Jessica's here, and of course Gail's just down the street a little bit at the local high school, Friday Night Lights. But first of all, we are talking cars. What a beautiful weekend in San Bernardino to be talking and looking at cars. Car show continues all weekend long. Let's go to the forecast first of all. We could expect to have just a beautiful, beautiful weekend in Southern California. Mostly warm temperatures. Igners with his GTO Tiger, and you are called the godfather of GTO. Why is that?
Well, that's kind of an honorary title. It's a kind of a lucky thing that comes out of the hobby itself. I'm not the father. John DeLorean is the father. But he turned the car over to me after they had it developed and said, okay, it's up to you to sell it. And therefore, I kind of got the nickname of the Godfather.
Okay, and this is a beautiful 1969. Very quickly, we've got just 1 second, but you were telling me the spoiler. This was the first time an American car ever had one?
An American car had a stand-up rear deck spoiler. This was the very first. If you look at it today, it's conservative, so what, everybody says. But in 1969, that was outrageous.
And there it is. And remember Dick Martin, Rowan and Martin's laughing, here come the judge, here come the judge. Well, that's why you got it right here, the judge. GTO 1969, just part of the car show happening here in San Bernardino. Megan and Emmett, back to you in the newsroom.
Great times out there. Mark, thank you very much.
Hey, good morning from San Bernardino. Yes.
Good morning. I guess we're on television right now.
We are. We are. We're live here in San Bernardino. We're celebrating the Route 66 Rendezvous out here in the beautiful community of San Bernardino. We're so thrilled to be here.
I am a product of San Bernardino County, as you know, from the Villa of 29 Palms. And so I'm very excited to be home.
Yes, you're home.
Yeah.
One of the other things
prodigy is home.
Mark's been here all day looking at some beautiful
It was so
cars.
cool at 5 o'clock this morning because it was still dark. We did the neon cars. And I mean, the stuff people do with these cars out here. And this is like one of the biggest car shows in California.
Yeah. They have, this year they're expecting 1,700 vehicles. Hot rods, customs, classics. Just, it's a great event.
Even driving around town last night, you can hear the engines right now. All these kind of hot cars, even at El Pollo Loco.
We're going to do something right now to kick off something we're going to be doing all morning that's not related to all the fantastic cars that we hear behind us. We're actually going to do a bit of a poker run. We want to introduce you to the wonderful Bianca. Bianca's from San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino, and she is going to come in closer, Mark, because we all are going to draw a card.
All right.
We're going to draw 5 cards through the course of the morning. Each one of us are playing for somebody.
Yes.
Who are you playing for?
And here's the deal. We're going to play for someone, and our studio audience here, they don't realize we are playing for one of them.
Yeah.
And each one of us is going to play for a person, and it's for the Anchor Challenge today.
Cool.
And the winner gets a 3-night stay at Caesar's Palace. So whoever one of us has the winning hand for, in my case, Gilbert Hernandez, I am playing for you.
Gilbert Knight. I'm playing for Pat and John Richardson. Who are you playing for?
Okay. And I am playing for Richard Cortez. Good luck, Richard.
And I am playing for Bob Cohen.
Excellent, Bob Cohen. So what we'll all do now is draw our cards. Jess, why don't you and I draw our cards
Ladies,
first? And
just
then
draw
Mark,
a card.
you go in and draw your card. Bianca, we're doing this all kosher.
And we don't show it to each other?
Nope.
Okay.
Mark's manhandling the cards.
Here's my card.
All right. There you go.
That's my card.
I see the reflection.
Sorry,
I'm going
Bob
to keep
Cohen.
mine private.
I was going to say, I'm playing Richard and I are going to keep our cards right here.
So all throughout the morning, we're going to be drawing a total of 5 cards. Bianca's going to be with us. We're going to show you San Bernardino like you've maybe never seen it before. We're really thrilled to be here to celebrate the Route 66 Rendezvous.
Yes. So stay with us throughout the morning. We are going to have a blast. And, of course, right now, want to throw it back to you in Hollywood.
Yes. All right. We'll check in with you guys coming up.
I'd take any one of those.
San Bernardino, yes. This is the place to be. Anyone, Emmett, they're all yours. You know what? All the owners said, just have Emmett come on down and he can pick one out. They'll just gladly hand it over to you. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful morning in San Bernardino. We are looking at some warm temperatures this afternoon in the inland. All right. The crowd's out here. We want you to come on down. It is Rendezvous, Stater Brothers Route 66 Rendezvous, happening all weekend, over 1,700 cars. Megan and Emmett, back to you in the studio.
What a great event. Thank you, Mark. We'll see you in a little bit. A lot more ahead right after this. What's going on out there? You guys look great.
We took a road trip. Guess who
Nice.
Of course you did. Mom
the sensible one.
We want to say good morning and welcome to all of our viewers out in San Bernardino and the surrounding area, the folks in Victorville. Come on down and see us down here.
Yeah, we got a great studio audience here. We are here for the 21st annual Stater Brothers Route 66 Rendezvous. It is a huge event for this area. It generates $44 million in economic activity for the city of San Bernardino.
If you love classic cars, if you love hot rods, if you love customs, this is the spot to be at this weekend. Mark, you've already been having a chance to get to see some of these and some of the owners. Real great people, too.
Real great people, and they just have that one thing in common. They all love cars.
They love that
those
sound.
I think they're called open headers. We're going to be playing with those in a couple of minutes.
They're going to let you guys touch those?
Yeah, and let me tell you, and look at Michaela. Turn your head. She's already got her hearing protection in because we're going to be hearing these loud noises all morning long. So we hope you'll join us. It's going to be a great morning here in San Bernardino.
And, you know, we're going to talk about San Bernardino as well, the history of this community that became a city back in the late 1800s. It's a great place if you haven't been out here. We're going to show you around a little bit. Mark, how is our weather going to be today?
And there's some of the crowd, and they're just having a good time. Like you said, the one thing they all have is just a common love of all these cars. Over 1,700 of them, and a beautiful, beautiful day and entire weekend here in San Bernardino. This is probably the best time of the year to hold this because it's not too hot. A couple of weeks ago, it could have been up to 100. But no, 89 degrees will be the high today in San Bernardino. Right now, those temperatures ranging from 61 to... Beautiful, beautiful morning. The sun is coming up. Not a cloud in the sky. I'm just looking around, and boy, these temperatures are warming up very quickly. Once the sun comes up and you don't have any of the marine layer, you can expect, though, just a perfect day for the car show out here in San Bernardino, a high of 89 degrees. Now, let's have a quick check of what is happening across Southern California. First of all, starting out, those temperatures for the beach areas will be a touch on the cool side. Downtown L.A. at 62 at the moment. San Diego 62 on... And then after that, they're even louder. We've got earplugs this morning. We're going to be popping them in. We're going to be cranking up these vehicles coming up in just a moment. And we'll meet also the drivers. They're not so loud, but the cars are loud. Emmett, Megan, back to you in the studio.
Speak softly, carry a big engine. Amber Duke, tell us what's going on, Gail.
That's right. If it's Friday Night Lights in the morning. Our spotlight on San Bernardino High School, Cardinal City. These are the Cardinal City cheerleaders. Their colors red and black. They get ready for the big game tonight versus Palm Desert. Let me show you some of the action. Take a look at this. San Bernardino up against Jurupa Valley. This is 2008. Keep your eye on Aaron Booker as he breaks out of the pack for a touchdown. But you know what? Palm Desert, they are not afraid. They're on their way here. They're not here yet, but as you can see, they're getting ready for the game tonight. Now, as you can see, the colors here are red and black, but the colors for Palm Desert are red and gold. Oh, no, they didn't. All right, information. The game is tonight at 7 o'clock here in San Bernardino. The Cardinals up against the Palm Desert Aztecs. And in case you're wondering why we have cars here, there's a huge auction. Route 66. Vehicles that belong to Glenn Bell, the founder of Taco Bell, here this weekend, and that is Saturday. Again, we're getting ready for the big game. Friday Night Lights in the morning. There's the football team. Everybody is getting ready for the game. Hut, hut, hut. More next hour. It's Friday Night Lights.
Right, it is going to be a great time. Gail Anderson.
Hey, you know, this is the town to be in, San Bernardino. I'm telling you, this is the place to be because so much happening. First of all, of course, we have the car show, and like Gail was saying, they got the big football game happening this evening. I mean, just a fun weekend. And as far as weather goes, picture perfect. We are talking about temperatures in San Bernardino and the Inland Empire reaching about 89 degrees, a little bit warmer in the valley. Those numbers are going to be reaching back up into the 90s, and once you get into the beach areas, you can expect the temperatures in the beaches to be holding in the upper 60s. A little bit chilly in the beaches. Those numbers range. Right now is Brian Baldock, and he's brought out his 1965 red Mustang, and David Wishaw with his 1968 orange Fire Chevelle. Please tell me, David, I had a car that made this much noise. I took it in to get it fixed. What is an open header?
Open header is when you uncork the exhaust from the headers that are aftermarket bolted on. And then it makes it super loud.
Super, super loud. Let me tell you, now, how long have you had this car?
I've had this car 16 years. Me and my father built this car by our hand, and everything you see is done by me and my father in the garage.
Okay, I want you to hop in your car. Don't start it up yet, but hop in your car. Tell me how many decibels can you guys hit with these?
Well, at about 7,000 to 8,000 RPM, we're hitting about 122 decibels.
Wow. Now, a jet engine in comparison, what does that run about?
It's probably around the same, about 117 to 120.
Okay. We've got our earplugs in. If you're standing in front of your TV, I suggest you get your earplugs in. Tell me very quickly the car and how long have you had it?
I've had this car for about 17 years. This is my 65 Mustang, my first car.
Excellent.
So this is my 15th year at the show and 4 times People Choice Award.
And you came in second last year. You came in first. Hop in your car. Okay, here we go. We are just going to, when he gets in there, okay, here we go. We got the earplugs in. Get ready for some noise. Crank them up, guys. Let it go. Woo!
And now, the McDonald's.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Back to you guys. We are celebrating Stater Brothers Route 66 Rendezvous in the beautiful city of San Bernardino.
Yeah, and we've got all these cars behind us, but it's all about the people, too, and we're very happy. The title sponsor, Stater Brothers, and we have with us the big boss.
Jack Brown,
Jack Brown.
President and CEO.
How about that? And we also have Mark Say with us, from a former professional football player, a product of San Bernardino High School.
And it turns out that Jack used to coach Mark back in the day.
That's correct. San Bernardino High School Cardinals celebrating our 125th year as a high school.
Go
How about that?
Cardinals, I love it. You know, we were talking about the history of Stater Brothers, really important in this community. Think about your humble roots back in Yucaipa, one small little grocery store, and to what it's grown into today.
Well, it's the American dream. 2 young men came home from World War II, had founded the company before they left, were gone for 5 years, came back and built this great company.
And looking to today, you have one of the biggest distribution centers. I understand it's one of the largest in the nation.
It is the largest food distribution center in America, 2.1 million feet under roof, so it's pretty good size.
And you know, they have one of the best supermarkets in 29 Palms as well.
He says
right
he
on the highway.
When you opened in 29
I was there. I cut that ribbon, Mark.
How about
Love
that?
it.
What's the
Absolutely.
importance of being involved in an event like this for you?
Well, first of all, it's very nostalgic. I grew up 2 blocks from where we are right now.
How about that?
My widowed mother and I, and so it's heavy-duty stuff. But San Bernardino is a great community.
Sure is.
And, of course, where the cars are the stars, the 21st Annual Stater Brother Route 66 Rendezvous.
Well, you're giving us a great welcome, Jack. We appreciate you welcoming KTLA here.
And Mark, you were saying that you worked for this guy as a high school kid, and you're working for him now, and you're doing some great work. Tell people what you're doing these days on behalf of Stater Brothers.
Well, I didn't know I was working for him back when I was in high school, but I know I'm working for him now. Well, what I do for Stater Brother Mark is I'm a community relations representative, and I spend a lot of time in our public school system, private schools. I spend a lot of time speaking to different youth groups in our communities that we serve, and it's just been a fun experience.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about what some of the challenges are that the kids face today. What do they tell you?
Well, most of the challenges I think kids are facing today is just being distracted, pretty much. Being distracted through media.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
Well, you're guilty.
You know, it's nothing wrong with it. You just can't have too much of it.
Yeah.
And I think what's happening is our kids are sort of overdosing
Yeah.
on the iPods, the video games.
I agree.
And different things like that, the computer. And so what they need more so than anything else is how to be managed. And if they have a dream, and if they set goals to obtain that dream, that's a big part of it.
And you really are an example to the kids here of the fact that no matter where you grow up, you can make it. I mean, you made it to the top.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What is the message that you want the kids at home to know?
Well, I want the kids to know at home, the best message for the kids at home is to have a dream. Have a dream. Have an idea what you want to do with your life.
Right.
And then set goals to obtain a dream, and use your school, your teachers, all that is your resource.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage, and then people like Jack Brown can help assist you to make that dream come true.
Right. Mark Say, Jack Brown, both from the Stater Brothers, we appreciate it. Real quick, we want to bring Bianca in here from San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. It's time for us to pick card number 2. This is my lucky card, and it's going in my back pocket.
All right. Gilbert Hernandez.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
Oh, man, that's good.
Oh, is it good?
That's good.
We're going to toss it. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for all your support and what we're doing today. We want to send it over to Mark, who's going to tell us what kind of day we're going to have here in San Bernardino. Mark.
All right.
Hey, do I even have to mention what kind of day they're going to have in San Bernardino here? We are looking at beautiful weather. Boy, the sun is coming up. It is bright. There's not a cloud in the sky. And it is, oh, did somebody say there's a classic car show going on here? That's right. It continues all weekend long. Over 1,700 vehicles in total. And the weekend weather in San Bernardino and all the way across Southern California, except for the beaches, is going to look absolutely fantastic. 87 degrees, so that's what you would expect. Still more noisy cars, not quite as noisy as the last two, but this is Chuck Cochran, and he's got a 1972 red and white Camaro. And also over there, we have two judges. They are Harry and Linda Halterman, and they have the decibel reader. I'm going to crank this thing up in just a second, and they're going to tell me how loud it is. Why isn't yours quite as loud as the other two?
I only have about 450 horsepower compared to those guys, are right around 620 to 800 horsepower.
But you actually, this is street legal, and you use it as your daily ride.
Yeah, this is my daily driver, and I do have fun with it.
Okay, very quickly, what's the name of your website?
My club I belong to is yellowbullet.com.
Okay, here we go. I won't blow the engine, but let's give it a shot right here. This is going to be loud once again. Here we go. Whoa, that seat really sinks in. Okay, time to start her up. There we go. And whoops. Yeah.